Hello, it's Wednesday the 27th of May, and we're watching the open of Eurostoxx 50. So the session has just begun, and you can see a build-up from 5 minutes before the open into the buyers. You can see that there's definitely more buyers than sellers, institutional especially. See the streak of green? Those are big contracts that are being bought. And now I'm going long because there's a pause. So you pull back a little bit, just a little bit, and there's a pause. I know that this is going to break higher because we're making higher lows, and this is going to tackle it. I'm just going to be in for 3 ticks. I just want to see it break and then wait for a longer pullback. By the way, I am commenting this after the fact. So if I sound savvier than the usual, it's because this is a post-mortem dissection of my trades. Took 3 trades, all pretty easy, all quite painless, not much heat in them. So I went long, and now I'm showing you the power meters, and that will give me a better idea of the present flow of contracts. So going long at 28, where we had that little pause, and the buyers are still strong. So you've seen some absorption at 30, where we bought 830 contracts and then it stopped there and it pulled back a little bit. Now you see some sellers coming in, anticipating a top. This is normal. Institutional buyers and retail buyers will always try to call a top, and this would be a double top. But we've had such a nice streak up that it would be a pity for us to stop there. Plus, I managed to get in with a pretty good entry at 28. I'm taking no heat at all. I haven't moved my stop yet, but I'm pretty confident that it's not gonna go against me that much. Plus, after that streak of selling, you've seen it subsided. There's no big sellers anymore, and the buyers step in, and we're out. So that was a quick and easy 3 ticks. Absolutely no heat at all. So we have a point of control at 23 and some building volume at 29, and it's going up, and now the volume point of control has shifted to 29, so that's the most traded price so far. Since we've seen a good direction upwards, that would be a great price to go long again. Let's see what happens. You have again big sellers, so you made a new high, and now you're seeing some selling. So I go long at 31, which was a tad little earlier. Sometimes when there's strong moves, it will come back to the volume point of control, but not quite. Sometimes it's not going to touch it. In this case, it exchanges a few contracts. You could have been good at 30. You could have gotten an entry at 30, but not at 29. Not yet. Let's see if it double dips. See, 1 contract with a refreshing 300, 400 contracts. But I'm still good because buyers are still there. They put in another move up. And we can look at the book is pretty consistent so far. There hasn't been much playing. So that's pretty straightforward. That makes it easy for us. Sellers have definitely moved out of the way. We have ticked up from 32 to 33 with 21 contracts. It means that they've just got out of the way. And there we go. We try to break 500 contracts. We get stopped there. We're seeing some absorption again. 850 contracts. just like in the previous stop. I'm tempted to move my limit order just to get out a little easier, and you see that one more push up and the book is now stacked on the bid side. You see contracts refreshing, buyers filling those levels as soon as the bid has gone. They just fill the level up, and we're going higher and higher, and you would be tempted to just follow the momentum and go long here, but I wanted to wait a little longer, see what happens, because we put in two nice moves. We're at the high of the day. We've been pushing for 5 minutes, but mainly I have no idea where a potential reversal might be, in the sense that because I haven't done my homework and I haven't marked my chart on yesterday's levels, there might have been a big node right here, for example at 36, where buyers were defeated or sellers were defeated, and it could be a point of contention. Now you've seen buyers move out of the way, so they let it come down. You've seen some good selling, but mainly it was buyers just stepping away, and now they're stepping back in. So you've seen that move down because buyers didn't want to buy, and now they want to buy again. So see what happens at 31.30. Seller selling, but it doesn't tick down. And now the buyers are back in at 31. 31 is also it's just a couple of ticks above 29, which is our point of control. And if you look at it from a range point of view, it's toward the bottom of the range. So selling 29 again, and it just doesn't tick down. So we go long. We have to risk just a couple of ticks. I filled at 29. Just a couple of ticks, and the potential overhead is to the high of day. I don't want to give it too much. See how the buyers have stepped in, buying at 29, 30, 29, 29, 29, which is, I mean, you would be worried if this was a top, because you would be thinking, okay, well, there's a bunch of sellers absorbing. They want it to go down. Buyers are buying, getting stuck. There's going to be a pop down. But in this case, we're just trying to reach a previous high. So I've moved my limit order to get out at 34. There's no particular reason. I just didn't want to be at the very, very top. I just wanted to be in a place where it's relatively safe to get, because we've exchanged quite some contracts up there, and then there's been a loss of interest. So I don't want to be there where everyone lost the interest. I want to still be in an area at the edge where contracts have been exchanged, and not too far away from the top, of course. I don't want to give out too many ticks. So we're looking at what's happening here. It's been a bit of a lull. We've seen some selling, and again it got stopped at 29. Now the buyers are stepping in again. You've seen that level refresh, and we tick up, and we tick up on very little contracts. On 57 contracts we've gone up. Now I tick down again. Sellers try to stack the book, try to push it lower, but it still feels like at the moment of truth they just pull out. So you see that spoofing. There was just some spoofing at 33. There's a level that has been stacked. It's 33. It flashed 1,000 contracts, and now it's back at 982. So that's also something to be taken into consideration, because we're going to move towards that. We're going to try and exhaust them, but that's going to take a lot of strength out of the buyers. So they put 500 contracts in, and it ticked higher. Now let's see if we break 31. Let's see if they buy 32. They started buying 32. Excellent. Sellers are moving out of the way. And you see that level at 33 being stacked again. Buying at 32. The bid level refreshes. They up the contracts. Boom. They take out 32. And we're now trying to buy 33. And 600 contract 33. That's it. We're out. Now in this case, I've been really lucky. I've got out at the very last moment. I've risked it. To be honest, I didn't see that 900 contracts the first time around. If I had, I would have moved out my my limit order at 33 or even 32, trying to front run it. But it was there. I got lucky and I got out. And see what happens now. Buyers were just not interested anymore, and it started going down. Back to the point of control.